I'd never really played a Metroid game before. I mean, I tried, I think I tried Super Metroid for like not even an hour once, but I've never really gotten into Metroid at all. So you know what, actually, I think I did have Prime Hunters, but again, I never beat it. Um, I tried once, I tried to get through it, and then I don't know, it stopped playing. I don't know why. I don't know if I was not having fun or if I just kind of forgot that I was in the middle of it or what happened, but yeah, I've never beaten a Metroid game, but Dread got announced, and I was like, okay, okay, I'll give it a shot. I mean, it looks pretty good. I like Dread as a tool to use in like any like horror type stuff. So I thought, hey, this is a cool, interesting idea. Let's go for it. So I decided to give it a shot. And again, this is coming from no Metroid experience, uh, and very very little Metroidvania experience. But you know, let's give it a shot. So I started, and right away it kind of struck me how there was a lot of controls being thrown at me. And I know this is a sequel of a sequel of a sequel or whatever. There's so many Metroid games as it is, even like the 2D side-scrolling ones. But oh my goodness, like just so many controls thrown all at once. It was a little overwhelming. I was like, I'd prefer to, you know, get a little more used to the controls before you throw this much at me. But cool, I guess. It did take me a little while to get used to things, but I would say maybe like a quarter into the game, I felt like I had somewhat a grasp on the controls. Again, there was still a lot of controls, a lot to get used to, and by that point, I had started gaining power-ups and stuff, and like abilities. And the more abilities that got added, the more confused I was. So again, it's just kind of overwhelming. But once I felt like once I got used to the controls, it wasn't so bad. But it didn't feel as like steady as I felt it should have been. And maybe I'm just spoiled from Hollow Knight, which is a weird thing to say, that I'm spoiled by an indie game and this AAA Nintendo title is not, doing it as much for me. But yeah, I think Hollow Knight has kind of spoiled me because I feel like it's the best Metroidvania that I know of. It does everything so well. It's a game where it's like you expect it to be this length, and it's like 3 times as long. But it also does things very steady to the point where, you get plenty chance to learn the controls and like master them before you actually get new stuff, so that you can more slowly like get used to it. This one it felt like things were going too fast, which kind of culminated in me finishing it in apparently like 8 hours, which baffles me because I did not feel like I was going through it that fast. Again, I mean, I knew it was going way quicker than I thought it was, but when I finished, it's like total playtime, like a little over 8 hours. Huh. Definitely didn't feel that way. It definitely didn't feel that way. And maybe it's not counting deaths. I don't really know, but it said 8 hours, and a friend of mine, he's doing like he's already at 15 hours. He's not done yet. Like, how am I doing? Did I just like rush through it? I mean, I'm not especially good at it. I know I'm not. So why am I getting through it this quickly? I mean, I didn't go back and do a lot of the secrets because it just like I just want to get through it. Something else I noticed, it didn't feel like as much exploration. Again, I think I'm kind of spoiled by Hollow Knight. There's not so much exploration. It's not that it is linear, but it feels more linear. Apparently, there's a lot of sequence breaking that you can do. Like the Kraid fight, apparently, if you get the Morph Ball and like the Morph Ball bombs, you can like beat the fight easier or something. But I don't think I did any of the sequence breaking, but I still felt like I got through it really fast. And that's even despite getting stuck in a few instances where I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea where to go. I thought I had shot everything. I thought, I've explored this entire area and there's like no secret blocks, and then I look online and I'm like, oh, there was a secret block there. Oh, I'm just dumb. Okay. I mean, I didn't look up help all that much. It was like maybe 3 times, but I don't know. It felt like such a longer experience than 8 hours. But that's what it's telling me, so I don't know. I did feel like some of the later abilities didn't get used all that much. Like the super bomb, that's like the last thing you get, and then you get it, and then it's like, okay, go beat the last boss. It's like, okay, but I know there's been super bomb blocks. I'm just not going to use those? Okay, I guess. Oh, I got the cold weather suit. Okay, well, you're like 90% through the game. So, so it's not really worth it to like go backwards? No, not really. Oh, okay. Unless you want all the extra missiles and the extra energy tanks, and they're really not all that necessary. You don't get anything else super special. It's just, again, it's just like minor upgrades, which you don't really need. I do have to say the story was pretty good. The bosses were really cool. Sometimes a little frustrating. I mean, there was... I did get a little frustrated that, you know, your normal shot damages enemies, whatever, and then you get upgraded shots that will, you know, go through armor, or like otherwise you have to use missiles, and like you'll get all these upgrade tools to help through like armor and stuff like that. And then they start adding like electrically charged enemies and adding like super shields that you can't shoot through, and it's just like, okay, why are you giving me all these upgrade tools if I now can't use them on these bosses? What is the point? I mean, there was a couple bosses that were just super frustrating, because it's like, here, we've given this boss like 5 different tools to counteract everything that you can do. Good luck. Okay. I mean, you could have just not given me those tools and had the boss earlier, but alright, I guess. Speaking of, I guess not really bosses, but the Emmys are worth talking about, because that was like a big thing for this game. They are interesting. The dread aspect of the game, I was feeling that a bit, but then there was a couple of the Emmys, just a couple of them. Like some of them, it's like, okay, I'm feeling this. These are doing their job. This is what they're supposed to feel like. And then there was a couple where it's like they flipped, and like normally they'd like wander the corridors, they'd go wherever, and all you'd have to do is just avoid them. And then later on there was a couple where not only do they have like new abilities like freezing you in place or whatever, but they'd also like not leave the room that you're in, which is very weird, because you can't hide from them, because when they leave, they won't go very far and they'll still be able to sense where you are. And I mean, I think I get the point of it. It got more frustrating than filling me with dread, because it's just like, okay, I have to find the absolute perfect path to get through. Oh, I died. Okay, find a different path. Oh, I tried to hide from it, and now I'm stuck because any movement will direct it directly towards me. And if I'm within this very massive field of vision, it'll still find me. And then one of those later ones, I think before, even if they saw you, the gates would stay open. But I think that changed. I could be wrong, but I think that changed later, where if they're in their field of vision, they're chasing you, like directly. They're not like, oh, I sense something over here. It's like, no, I see you. I'm coming for you. Then the gates would just close from the inside, so you can't escape. So then it got more frustrating than actually how I feel like it was supposed to be. And not only that, but like you can counter a lot of enemies in the game. The enemies you cannot really counter. You have to guess. They all have different timing. I could not figure out any of their timing, because it felt like it changed every time. Like between each Emmy, like the same Emmy would have different timing, like 3 different times. That's what it felt like. I don't know how it's actually supposed to be. I know you're not supposed to rely on countering them, but again, it was just kind of frustrating. And I didn't feel like I was getting the correct experience out of it. I was just getting mad. Again, same with the weird armored enemies. Just all right. I mean, I've been saying a lot of negative stuff, I guess, but I did enjoy the game. I just maybe Metroid's not for me because if I'm feeling like I got spoiled by Hollow Knight and Metroid's just kind of it's all right. Like I don't know. Yeah, if you're a Metroid fan, I'm sure you're gonna love this. Like love it. But I don't know. I don't know if I'd get another 2D Metroid game. I don't I don't know if it's quite for me. And I kind of hate saying that because I thought, oh, here, maybe I'll find something I really, really enjoy. Maybe something that I'll want to play through more than once. I probably not. I don't know. I mean, again, it just certain areas just got like kind of frustrating. It's I think part of the reason I got kind of frustrated with some of the like bosses and stuff, in addition to like their weird armor stuff and whatnot, is like you're not working with like a sword swing or anything, where you have very set like limitations and you have to work around them, and the game is balanced around those. It's trying to balance around ranged attacks. Like everything's ranged, so like, and you've got this like free range tool, but it locks you in place. Otherwise, you kind of have to guess as to where you're shooting, and then you're also moving. So it's just, I don't know. It's just like a different experience. And then the fact that the double jump, once you get it, you have to have the momentum or you can't use it. That also kind of bugged me. God, I just feel like I'm complaining about this game and nothing else. Despite that it was good. I just don't know if it's for me. So I don't know. If you're a Metroid fan, if you've been waiting for this, go get it. You'll love it. If you're not a Metroid fan, I guess we'll see. Just I don't know. I don't I don't know how I feel about it. It was good, but at the same time, a lot of it just frustrated me. In like little ways, enough to like add up. So I don't know, I feel kind of bad for this whole video, but whatever. Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Press all the buttons, and I hope you have a great day.